Well, good afternoon. Welcome to She Bites Daily. I'm your host, Mandalena, and these are your major Me Too news for Thursday, June 20th. A 49-year-old Torontonian was arrested Tuesday for sexual abuse reports while attempting to board a plane to leave Canada. Syed Zaidi came to the attention of investigators in early of 2019 when a woman ousted the man for sexually assaulting her. In a police news release Wednesday, the woman said she first met Zaidi in a mosque in 2008. It's then when she shares that he convinced her that she was possessed and that he could help her. He proceeded to sexually assault her in what he called a religious ceremony. She said she continued to be sexually assaulted by Zaidi over a period of several years and threatened to harm her, as well as threatened to expose her to the community and congregation. Police say they are concerned that there are other victims. No shit. Zaidi was arrested at Pearson International Airport. Police are really urging anyone to reach out to them so they can bring justice to the women who have been sexually abused by this man with authority. The problem is that they are more likely to put a rapist in jail who is Muslim or First Nations or Black than to put their own in jail. You know what I'm saying? Certainly they would never put the same kind of due diligence with their own rampant epidemic sexual abuse on subordinate police employees. In particular, women, obviously. I hope these women find strength in numbers through the power of storytelling. Sexual abuse is rife at colleges across the UK, says a study. 1 in 7 students at a further education college in the UK say they have been raped or been subject to attempted rape, says a survey for the NUS Women's Campaign. 3/4 of respondents say they had had unwanted sexual contact at least once, while 3 in 10 said they had been pressured to establish an unwanted sexual or forced relationship. 1 in 7 of those who had experienced sexual abuse reported the incident. An NUS representative, Sarah Lucy, said that the progress is slow due to issues focusing largely on universities instead of colleges, which have fewer resources, stating, "The findings show we need urgent responses to tackle sexual harassment and violence in further education institutions. This culture has been normalized to such an extent that the unhealthy sexual behavior has become harder to identify. While students may understand the concept of consent, they struggle to put it into practice, with women fearing revenge and anger from men." No kidding. Not to mention the numbers still remain at 95 to 98% of us don't report our sexual abuse because of the repercussions that we face. And add the fraternity of assailants guardians, from teachers to the institutions themselves, their coaches, the endless classmates that are rife with young blood patriarchs. And this is how men continue to get away with it, especially young men in these institutions. The former leader of an upstate New York self-help group has been convicted in a U.S. federal case on charges that centered on lurid details of what prosecutors called a secret society of sex slaves, described as a cult. A jury in a Brooklyn federal court took less than 5 hours to find Keith Raniere guilty on all counts of sex trafficking and coercing women to sex abuse using systemic shame and humiliation. His lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, said Raniere plans to appeal. Raniere was arrested at a Mexican hideout in 2018 following an investigation of his Albany area group that once had had a strong following with by Hollywood, which was reputationally known as a cult. His friends included TV actor Allison Mack, best known for his role as a young Superman in the series Smallville, which was filmed largely in Vancouver, North Vancouver, and liquor store fortune heiress Claire Bronfman. A witness in the case describes how female masters were forced to be slaves for Raniere to give up as collateral. So he would force them to take nude photos and other material that would be convicted that he convinced them that they would ruin their lives if they came forward. Ranier's sentencing is set for September 25th. Important to note the word grooming here. Grooming is an important weapon that applies in most, if not all, sexual abuse incidents. There's always coaxing. There's always forcing from one individual, predominantly a man with perceived authority, power, or status, to another, predominantly a subordinate woman. It is a tried and true trend for these sexual abusers. Not only the abuse cover-up, the abuse is difficult, but also the cover-up. Corporations, institutions will make victim believe that they care about them and that they will that signing an NDA is good for them and being silent is in their best interest, when they really simply are re-victimizing a woman over and over and again. That's why we don't come forward. Fuck this guy. So these have been your major Me Too news for Thursday, June 20th. Please be sure to tune in tomorrow for our last daily She Bites news cycle. We will be switching to a weekly She Bites news cycle in order to give us, our very small crew, a little bit of time to do some more video stories and written articles and podcasts. So until tomorrow, be sure to survive, disobey, and document. I never get that right there. Here we go. Have a great day. Bye.